Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here, episode 250. My name is Tom.
And my name's Andy.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where somewhere on that screen, if you scroll down a little bit. If you're on a desktop, it's right on the right hand side. If you're on a tablet or a phone or whatever, you scroll down a bit, and there's an Amazon banner there. If you click on that Amazon banner when you're going to do your shopping, it will give us 5% of your total basket spend for no extra cost to you at all. We're taking a bit of money away from Amazon's profits, and we're using it to stay on the internet for free. We're using it for our hosting fee. So Christmas is just around the corner. What is it? One of the things up in London, the big store up in London has started doing its Christmas stuff already.
In August?
The end of July.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah. So Christmas is coming up, folks. But any shopping that you do on Amazon, please go through our link there, and we will get 5% of whatever it is that you buy.
Brilliant, easy. Also in the same vicinity as that Amazon banner is a Patreon banner. What is Patreon? It's a platform where you can... it's turned into a Q&A.
What is Patreon then?
Funny you should ask that, Tom. It's a platform where creators put extra stuff out there for people who are kind enough to donate on a regular basis as little sum of money. It's like a subscription.
How much would I be subscribing?
Well, it can be anything actually. You can pay anything you want, but all we ask is if you are going to subscribe, we're asking for $1 a month. That's all we're asking.
Wow. What do I get in return for my $1 a month, Ant?
You can get this main episode without the intro on the front. That's handy.
That's a shame.
Do you like the intros too?
I do.
You do. You like how they go on, and it's a bit like it's like an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But if you don't like the intros, you can have the episode without the intros. You can get an exclusive after the podcast. We record that frequently. You can get those. They only go out to the Patreons, and it's just extra content. Sometimes we'll put outtakes on there. Doesn't happen regularly, but sometimes we do. We also have spoiler casts. So if we've seen a film that's just come out, like a big film that we want to talk about, we will talk about it on here. And you get the spoiler cast as we record it as a Patreon. Other people do get it, people that aren't patrons, but it could be weeks or months down the line.
I see. Wow.
And you can get all those audio bits handily in your own RSS feed, so you don't have to go looking for them. They will just be delivered straight to your podcasting app.
And all that for as little as $1 a month.
Not just that. Occasionally we will record videos as well for YouTube channel, and as a Patreon you will get those early as well. Maybe a week early.
I can't believe we're giving that level of content away.
And only for $1 a month. It's
yes.
Brilliant. No, it is handy. We do really appreciate the people that support us over there, so we do give them extra content. And we appreciate the free listeners as well, because as you'll find out on this episode, we go through some content that was sent to us by a listener over on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ABH Pod.
You can also get in touch with us on Twitter at ABH Pod. And if you want to watch some of the old videos, and we're going to be recording the last of our Portal 2 playthrough as well. That's on youtube.com/ABH Podcast.
Yes, as well as going through that content, which is about methed-up animals and soft-boiled eggs, we talk about gun control and mental health.
Legalising weed and drugged up animals.
And also how to cross the English Channel.
In style. But first, it's been a music-filled weekend. It's why I'm sounding a little bit throaty.
Sexy. Enjoy. So you're not the only one who's had a sort of music-filled weekend.
No.
No.
What?
We will explain to everyone what that means in a second. That was just between us.
Yeah.
No. So I after coming to watch you guys on Friday night, or half of your set on Friday night, I didn't realise we were leaving quite so soon, but
we did.
Fair enough. We didn't actually get back until just like gone 11.
Oh, really?
But yeah, yesterday, Liz and I took Chloe to like the Rare Breed Centre.
Oh yeah,
like down, near Ashford somewhere. It's almost like a working farm.
Yeah.
It's a charity, I think it is. Kent Oast Trust. It's a charity, but it's quite a good farm. Massive bit of land they've got. There's like these long walks you can go on through the woodlands.
All right.
But while we were there, my sister texted and said, "Oh, what are you two up to today?" Or you three, sorry, because there's three of us in the family. Because they had the Rock the Moat festival.
That's right.
One-day festival over at Moat Park, which was like...
It was all professional cover bands, wasn't it?
They, they are. Because they got to entertain like a couple of thousand people.
Yeah.
But, you know, you look at the poster and it's like... Oasis versus Blur.
Foo Fighters,
Coldplay, Pink Floyd,
Muse and someone else,
Muse
and the Killers
versus the Killers.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what's that? So it's cover bands.
Yeah.
You know, Muse versus Killers is a band that plays Muse and Killers covers.
I can't remember their name
because they go together quite well.
It's a weird combination.
Oasis
isn't it?
Blur makes sense.
Yeah.
Oasis versus Blur makes sense.
Britpop stuff.
But they don't sound the same.
No.
So
no, in actual fact, that's probably a weirder combination because
the voice is totally different.
Yeah.
Brandon Flowers and Matt Bellamy, you could probably.
Yeah,
I mean, not that much of a leap.
There's synth and stuff involved, and
So basically, they had the organizer of that event was staying at the hotel she works in. And just gave them tickets.
Oh wow, okay.
So she got 4 because Liz was already going out with her friends from work. So I just took Chloe, my sister, and Chloe went.
Ah, cool.
So that was, so 10 o'clock last night, I think it finished. It was quite good. And they do, because, you know, they're eco-friendly festivals now. So if you put £2 deposit down, you get a commemorative pint cup.
Okay.
But you can give it back in at the end and get your £2 back, or you can keep it. So
an actual, not a glass, I assume.
No, it's a cup. It's a beaker, and it's got the logo and stuff on it. So Chloe saw 2 girls, like there's 2 girls went up to the bar with a stack of cups, little young kids, and got a load of money. And as they're walking off, they're like, like that. And my sister was like, they're just collecting cups and paying it in. So Chloe spent the whole evening just looking for cups. She made 24 quid last night.
Fair play.
She got herself 24 quid.
I mean, I wouldn't be above doing it.
No,
frankly.
And the thing is, it wasn't just kids doing it. Adults were doing it as well. And like Chloe'd see a couple on the floor and go and grab them. And the guy was like,
it's
they're
like
ours.
back in the day, you used to get that for like beer bottles and
cans.
And cans.
Was it Reading started doing like if you bring a black sack of beer cans, you get a free beer?
Yeah.
You get a free can. So it was not beer, but it helps tidy up the campsites and stuff like that. So it's a really good idea. So I kept one of the cups for myself, my own one. Yeah. And my sister kept her one, but Chloe still made like 24 quid. And on the way out, she saw another one on the floor. I was like, quick, and ran back to the bar, got another 2 quid. It's great. But
good.
She enjoyed that. But the music, the bands they were right.
Yeah. They did what they did.
Yeah.
Did they sound like the bands?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
You know, that's all you can ask for,
but
really.
people treat it like it's the actual band as well. People are like dancing and cheering. It's the atmosphere that does it.
Yeah.
As we were walking to, because we got there quite a bit late. It started at like midday. We got there sort of 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But as we were walking up, heard like the Oasis Blur band finishing off Champagne Supernova. It sounded really good. And Pink Floyd, as we were walking around, Pink Floyd were playing in the background.
Right.
Quite good from what I heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coldplay. Not great. Gonna be honest with you.
Right.
Not great. Foo Fighters one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was some sort of, like by the end, his voice just sounded so tired.
Oh yeah.
It was like properly out of tune. And
not many people can keep that up.
Finished with Everlong, and it was just like nah. But the tracks they did, like they did some from all over the place. Like they did Walk, Monkey Wrench, like it's Walk, Monkey Wrench, All My Life.
Learn to Fly.
Learn to Fly. Yeah.
One by One.
That's All My Life, isn't it? Is
it
All My Life, or is it called One by One?
Oh no, the album's
One
by
One.
One. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, Pretender. They played that. What's one of the newest songs that they released?
Rope.
Did they play Rope? They might have played Rope.
Or White Limousine, or...
They didn't play White Limo. I don't know, but they played like just hits. It was an hour-long set, and it was really good. Like it's great. but yeah, it was just a bit of an unexpected thing. Like, we come to watch you guys, which I really enjoyed as well. Really good.
Yeah.
Very loud.
Yeah. They
play very loud.
Kev enjoys filling a room with sound.
But you should, because he's old school. Is metal? You play a bit of everything, don't you?
Yeah, it's
like
kind
AC/DC.
of, you know,
he's into that.
He is an AC/DC super fan. He's like one of those guys who's like the first 2 albums are the best they ever did, and like what's his face isn't the real singer.
Oh, really?
You know, he's one of them.
Oh, okay.
So why all the AC/DC songs that we play are early AC/DC.
Okay. You won't play anything.
Nah, nothing off Back in Black. No, that's
wow.
a sellout album. That sellout. Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah, I know.
I don't.
Banging head against a wall sometimes.
Yeah, you've done it. You've been through it. It's fine.
Yeah,
but yeah, he likes that sort of music, so it has to be loud.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's, regardless of the fact that it's loud, he's good at mixing the sound in so that it's all pretty balanced.
Yes. Oh yeah. There wasn't really much other than Sue being a little bit quiet. You could hear her.
Yeah.
But she was a little bit, sort of got lost in the sound sometimes.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was.
I think she kicked it in a bit more for the second set. The second set felt a lot better.
Oh,
But that was probably because I wasn't in loads of pain.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. And that was your first of 3 nights.
Yeah. I'm alright now though.
But that was a 3-hour set, wasn't it?
2.
That was 2 hours. Sorry.
Although,
it was
to be
2
fair,
1-hour sets. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you started at this time, it finished at this time, but you had a break.
But we did have a break. Yeah.
What was last night? Was that just half hour as well?
Last night was an hour.
Oh, okay.
Between 6 and 7, I think. Yeah.
Was it good, or were you all tired?
It was badly organised.
Oh,
like
really?
during the day, we were like, someone had the bright idea of, you know, messaging the organiser, being like, "What's going on with equipment? What's going to be there?" And she was like,
Okay,
you
cool.
know, you've had a year to think about this. There were no mics.
Oh, was it a festival?
No, it's the landlady's husband died a few years ago, and it's a charity event in memory of him to raise money for our foundation. So you know, it's all well and good, but like, not providing microphones or mic stands.
Mic stands?
Yeah. We had to bring...
But it wasn't just you, like...
No. There were a bunch of bands. There were like 4 or 5 bands on from 6 through to the close.
And they didn't think to sort of... Okay, cool.
They just assume... Some people just assume that bands are going to bring everything and be happy to share equipment.
That doesn't happen.
People in bands fucking hate sharing their equipment.
Yeah. Do you mind if we, like, you've got your kit set up, can we, rather than set ours up, can we use yours? No?
Ian's kit was used all night.
Really?
They did ask about using my bass amp, but I stuck it in my car, like, as soon as we came off. I'm like, no, you're not using it. Luckily, someone else bought a bass amp, because I just didn't want to stay around for the whole night, really, like... knackered. I ache all over.
But that's the thing, if it was just last night, you probably would have stuck around. But because you're doing 3 nights in a row...
Yeah,
like,
I need that. I need it here. Because the thing was, I was like, the compromise is I leave it here and one of my guys is going to bring it to tomorrow. But not that I can't trust them to do that. But
you can't trust them to do that.
But I didn't want to lay it on them.
No, you don't want to lay it on them, but then there is always that danger that at the end of the night when everyone's packing up, they forget.
Yeah.
Like,
or someone spills a pint into the top of it, or, you know.
Yeah, it's... I definitely know from experience, like, when you go, it's like, can I borrow it? No.
No. And if you do, please don't alter the settings, you absolute bellend.
Yeah. Well, that's what I ended up doing was... Because I eventually, through, like, playing quite a bit and gigging quite a bit, I actually thought, right, I know where my settings... I know the settings I like, so I'm going to get a permanent marker.
Right,
and just mark off on the dial where my... all of the dials, black mark, just where I need to set it for myself.
See, it's easier nowadays because you can just take a picture of it. Yes. Back in the day, you had to do that.
Yeah, but that's quicker as well, rather than get... The thing is, everyone takes pictures of things. It's like, just it's quicker.
Put a little bit of marker on there. It's all right.
Yeah. I had a marker, so I used it.
Yeah.
There was actually on yesterday at this festival thing. There was these people dressed up, and it took me a little while to realise what was going on. But There was 3 people all dressed as Freddie Mercury,
Oh, right.
but different. One had the
Right.
yellow jacket.
Yeah.
One had the crown with the cape. But then they had one of those. They had one of those. I don't know if you've seen them. They're swing costumes, but where it's just a man's body
Right.
printed on
yeah,
it. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So they had that on underneath this outfit. And then one was dressed up, and I can't remember what video it is, but it's the one with the weird performance art dance where he's in that black and white leotard with the long hair.
Oh.
And he's rolling over people's
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah.
Is that one to break free?
No. Oh.
It's in the breakdown of I Want to Break Free, isn't it?
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah, so one was wearing that.
Right.
One was wearing the actual Queen cape, and one was like the yellow. It was quite funny.
Yeah.
I just looked at it. They're all dressed as Freddie Mercury.
What's that about?
But the weird thing is, the one who was dressed up as Freddie Mercury, the man's body swimsuit on, was a woman.
Right.
So it looked really weird.
That's bizarre.
It looked really weird. She was like, obviously, she was quite well endowed woman,
Right, yeah.
but with a man's body printed on her. Very confusing.
Yeah.
Sexually.
All sorts of all sorts of weird feelings erupted.
Anyway,
So did the bands make an effort to look like the bands that they were?
yes.
I assume the
Chris
Oasis
Martin,
Blur and like.
Oh,
you
I
know,
didn't
all that,
see
probably.
them.
Yeah. They probably
mean-
didn't because they're doing 2 bands. So
Pink Floyd.
it's
Yes,
just
it was just a bunch of middle-aged white men.
Yeah,
So
in
yes, they look like
t-shirts,
they look like Pink Floyd in that sense.
yeah.
The Coldplay band. I only because we weren't really standing watching. We were there was like they had like a circus school thing where you could play like with the Diablos and
Oh,
play
right.
with the spinning
Okay.
plates and juggling, and Chloe just was enjoying herself there. But the guy, he had like a blue jumper thing on.
Right.
And, he was dressed like, but he had too much hair.
Right.
But he wore the outfit and he had the piano,
Right.
the upright piano case, and
Yeah.
I imagine with the keyboard slotted in.
Yeah.
The Foo Fighters ones, the guy had a goatee and long black hair,
Okay.
and the drummer had long blonde hair.
Okay.
The
And
bass
then-
player looked like a middle-aged white man, and the other guy, although he didn't look like Chris Shiflett, he sort of had like a headband thing on. Chris
Right.
Shiflett wears sometimes.
Yeah.
It was.
Right.
And they had the right instruments as well, the same guitars.
Right.
And,
They made an effort.
Yeah. They made an effort, but it wasn't them, obviously. But yeah, they made an effort, and they did sound a little bit like them. And then the drummer came out and sang a song.
Oh, really?
Sung a Queen song as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Tie Your Mother Down.
Okay.
They did Under Pressure.
Oh. I've never heard the Foo Fighters do that.
No, but it was good.
Yeah,
it was quite good.
Sure.
Just the whole crowd go, "Da, da." Because it gets people going.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, not. Dun, dun, dun.
No, dun 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 dun. That's a totally different song.
Totally different song. Completely different. I don't know. But yeah, it was quite a good weekend, all in all, for music. It's been a while since I've been to gigs, and I went to 2 in a weekend.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm low energy today.
But it's also, we know stuff like we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Which we really don't want to.
No. Because basically that sigh a bit was just looking at the news. Iran seized another tanker in the Gulf.
Well, really?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Their state TV says that the ship was smuggling fuel for some Arab countries.
Okay.
Whether or not that's another British ship, I don't know. Yeah, 2 mass shootings in the US. And I mean, for a country that's so bothered about Muslims and terrorist groups and people coming into their country to cause trouble,
Yeah.
they do have an awful lot of trouble with their own fucking people.
Yes.
Shooting innocent civilians.
So
and causing terror. Terrorists.
Terror. Yeah. I briefly saw someone tweet about it this morning, but I haven't actually. I don't know the circumstances of these shootings. Do we know?
There were
why, who?
multiple shooters in a place called El Paso, Texas.
Right, so more than one person.
Yeah, one of them died. I think they've got another person in custody. But they managed to kill 20 people between them in a Walmart.
Oh, so it was just random. It wasn't specifically aimed at a
yeah,
particular group.
yeah. Think about it. El Paso is on the border of Texas.
Ah, okay, Mexicans.
And 80% Hispanic community.
Right.
And these people were white. And there's allegations that their social media post said that they were going to go out and kill Asian, Mexican people.
Oh, okay. So it was specifically aimed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's also 9 people were killed in Dayton, Ohio, the same day. I don't know the specifics of that. And frankly, I'm scared to open Windows on this on this laptop
While
down
we're
here.
down here, yeah.
But so I can't really comment on that one.
No.
But wouldn't it be interesting if the president wasn't so openly racist that these racial shootings might not happen? I mean, they probably would. Because these poor people with mental disabilities, they seem to have an awful lot of problem with brown skinned people.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with the racism is a mental health problem. It's not. You're just a cunt. In all honesty.
Yeah.
Like we briefly spoke about before. I said, I work in a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah.
I can't see any of our residents going
Getting
like
a
mass
gun.
shootings. And like I said before, there have been threats by some of them. Like, when I get out of here, I'm going to get myself a gun, come back and shoot you cunts. Yes, mass shooting, mental health problem.
Sure.
But, it's specifically aimed at the people that are keeping them in a place they don't want to be and forcing medication on them because they're so unwell.
Yeah.
It's...
But that proves that they're still unwell and therefore they need
the medication.
There longer, so you're not going to let them out to be able to get a gun.
That's it. But it's specifically aimed at people for a reason that it affects them directly, rather than I'm going to get a gun and shoot any Mexican I see. So you don't have a problem with that person.
Yeah.
It's just in a broad sense. And ironically, like the LA Times, because I looked mass shootings, and I didn't actually specify America, but like the top 10 results is in America.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
There's a correlation, isn't there?
But it's not all about these previous two. These are old things about statistics and stuff like that. And like the LA Times posted on the 2nd of August, so 2 days ago, and the headline is "Mass shooters' minds are poisoned. Address that before gun control."
Right.
No,
that's not the way to do it.
No, it's very difficult.
Don't give access to guns to anyone.
Yeah, this is it. It's very difficult to sort out mental health problems.
Yeah.
On a grand scale, it's really easy to sort out gun control.
Yeah.
It might take weeks, months, even, but it's quite easy.
But it's a short-term. Well, no, it's a.
It's a solution.
The solution is short-term, but the benefits are massively long-term.
Yeah, you're not going to get rid of all of the guns in the first couple of months.
There are still guns in this country. For example, a man from Dublin was arrested at Dover this morning for smuggling in 30 guns.
Oh my God. But he was caught.
And those
because
guns
you're
are
not
now
allowed guns in this country.
Yeah, exactly.
In America, you go, what are these for? Private collection. Okay, cool, go on.
Hunting with my M80.
Where's your license? Here. Cool, go on then. That's it.
Yeah.
Here, it's like, what are they for? Yeah, we thought so. We'll have them.
Of course,
no defence.
The correlation between him being from Dublin as well is that,
especially with...
the IRA is starting back up again. Like, there have been bombings in the last year.
Brexit.
Yeah.
That's not... No. I just think, like, sort out the... poisoned mind. I mean, mass shooters' minds are poisoned. That doesn't necessarily mean mental health problems. That means the media are sort of
giving credence to, and the fact that
and the president himself
is it's the same thing over here when shit was going down in 2016. It's the open, kind of casual racist overtones of everything that emboldens these twats to think that they're legitimate.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Yeah, like you say, 2016 with the referendum happening and the campaigns at full steam, and you've got certain political parties
warning us
focusing on immigration and things like that. And then it was those, like, year or whatever after that was when people were getting openly attacked on public transport and on the street.
Yeah.
it's not a coincidence.
No.
At all.
No. And yes, there's an argument that says, getting these things out in the open means that we can see them and therefore try to treat them. But
it doesn't help the victim.
No.
At all.
No.
But,
and also, these people don't want their minds changed.
No.
A lot of them.
No. Oh no. No, they will rip on with everything they've got.
Brexit means Brexit.
Which means nothing.
Yeah.
I can't. That phrase just gets on my nerves so much.
Toast means toast.
Yeah. It's got as much relevance to anything.
Okay, yeah. At least I can define toast.
Yes. That's a good point, yeah. What does toast mean? Well, it's a food.
Mm.
What does Brexit mean? Got to get out of...
Sovereignty.
Yeah.
Anyway, a French man, in fact, that's crossed the channel this morning, or yesterday, possibly.
Going back to Europe? Go on.
No, he was coming over here on his hoverboard over the channel.
On a hoverboard?
Took him 22 minutes.
On a hoverboard?
Yep. One of those, floating platform things, the...
Oh, the jet water
ones.
jet. Okay.
No, it's not a water jet. It's
I
don't know whether it's a quadcopter or not, but...
Wait, what?
It's it's jet-powered.
Hang on a minute. What?
Yeah. He's one of those guys.
I've got to look this up.
He's got the full flight suit on, and he's standing on a platform that's attached to his feet that is powered by jets. And he made it over the channel in 22 minutes.
Google's brilliant. I put Frenchman as the first word. Frenchman crosses channel on hoverboard.
There you go.
The first result. Crazy.
Yeah. Frankie Zapata.
Doesn't it need to be attached to something? Was there like
not
a boat
these
going
ones?
along?
No, not these ones. No, it's not. It's not a water jet. It's actual jets.
Oh, cool.
It's jet propelled.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. It's like a Red Bull guy, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, he appears at the French Grand Prix and stuff like that, and does little. I think this year he brought the trophy in the winner's trophy onto the grid.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Coming over
ironically, top left-hand corner while this Frenchman is crossing the channel.
Yeah.
Top left-hand corner, Brexit countdown on Sky News.
But if
98 days, 15 hours, 53 minutes.
If people want to come to this country, all they got to do is get a jetpack.
22 minutes, mate. That's quick. Yeah. That's fucking quick.
No border control.
But lots of board control. Hey!
Yeah.
We need that fucking CSI thing. Yeah! CSI, it's not, it's the Who. Come on. Anyway. Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But when did stuff become... I suppose because it propels it from the board itself, doesn't it? Like the jets are on the board.
Yeah.
So I say, when did it become a hoverboard and not a jetpack?
Yeah, I suppose it's because the jetpack was like a backpack, wasn't it? That was...
And it's very difficult to control.
Yeah.
Whereas with that hoverboard, obviously, you move your feet.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though.
It is pretty cool.
That's cool. We have been neglecting... we spend a lot of time on Twitter, but...
Yeah.
We do semi-regularly get people posting on our Facebook.
We do.
Person, I should say, posting on our Facebook. Sending us stories. So I thought, I've got two here, because I know we haven't spoken about these. There was one before that I don't know if we did speak about. But our friend Fred, Federico, the boss. He quite regularly posts things to our Facebook page. It's just bizarre stories that he sees. Yeah. And he's like, these guys are going to like it. I mean, the headline, this is Fox. The headline of this one. I want to see if you can because I want to see if you had the same initial thought I did. I got there in the end. When I saw the headline, it was Police Department warns residents that flushing drugs could create meth gators.
Meth gators?
Yeah. Which state?
Florida.
It's not Florida.
No.
That was what I thought as well. That's what I was like, this has to be Florida. Because it's gators as well.
Is it kind of New Orleans, is it that?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee, okay.
Tennessee. So Loretto, Tennessee. Basically, the Loretto Police Department posted on Facebook that officers served a search warrant at a home in the area and found a suspect trying to flush drugs and drug paraphernalia. Excuse me. Authorities said the suspect, identified as Andy Perry, was unable to flush the items. He was arrested on suspicion of possessing meth for resale, possessing drug paraphernalia, and tampering with evidence. Now, my favourite thing about this is there's two pictures side by side.
Yeah.
One is an alligator and one is drug paraphernalia. An alligator is shown in a file photo alongside an image of meth and other drug paraphernalia.
These two things could come into contact in a hypothetical world.
I'm not sure people understand, so we're going to put a picture of an alligator and a picture of drugs. And use your imagination. Mash those two things together.
What they should have done.
Good.
What they should have done is put an image of Killer Croc from Batman.
He just fucking, I would say hulks out, but it's wrong franchise. Police seized 12 grams of meth, 24 fluid ounces of liquid meth, and random paraphernalia. I mean, it's just paraphernalia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what does
random.
that mean? What does paraphernalia mean?
I mean, paraphernalia in general. I mean, you can kind of, you can take a guess at what the paraphernalia would be for meth.
But it's just use of that term.
But I quite like
it.
It's random paraphernalia, as if it's like
it's not specific paraphernalia.
A lamp and and a syringe and a glass
and a shoe, just a left one. I don't know why. No laces. But it's just like, is this like podcasting paraphernalia? I suppose it is. It's just such a vague term. It's just the news, isn't it? It's like it just gives the image of, I suppose what it is, it's like, it's old people trying to connect with kids.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's
there's drug paraphernalia. Like,
random drug paraphernalia.
The department then warned residents not to flush drugs down the toilet because it will end up in retention ponds where people process the water before sending it downstream.
Okay.
Now our sewer... I'm not going to do the accent. Now our sewer guys take pride in releasing water that is cleaner than what is in the creek, but they are not really prepared for meth, the department said in a post.
No one's prepared for meth, are they?
Apart from meth heads.
Maybe. And now gators, maybe.
And gators, yeah. The post went on to say that ducks, geese, and often other birds will often swim or are near the ponds. That's
excellent.
Yeah. We shudder to think what one all hyped up on meth would do, the post said.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to see a swan or a goose on meth.
No.
Like, they're scary enough in real life.
Good point. Furthermore, if it made it far enough, we could create meth gators in Shoal Creek and the Tennessee River down in North Alabama. They've had enough methed-up animals in the past few weeks without help. I want to know that story.
Yeah. What I quite like is methed-up animals.
Yeah.
It's like, has he got a lisp?
These
animals are methed up, man.
That is one methed up animal. Anyway. Yeah. They've had enough methed up animals in... I want that story.
No, what's happening with these methed up
articles,
animals?
there's a link
to
say linked, like, related story. There isn't one. I want
rubbish.
That. Authorities ended the post by urging residents to dispose of all drugs, including prescription medications, properly by contacting the department or dropping off medications at City Hall. So, what, this guy, as the police knock on his door and break in, he's like, hang on. I just want to dispose of my drugs properly. Please, like on the phone.
I'm about to do it.
Yeah, I'm on the phone to them, trying to get rid of them. You can't arrest me.
Dispose of your meth in a safe manner.
What a fucked up story, though.
But
like, that tease at the end, though.
Fake news. That's what I'm going to say.
It's Fox, it's not fake news. It's Fox.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, of course.
That's a legitimate news source.
They're the bestest news in the whole this world, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bigly.
Bigly. Oh God. He also posted this one. Very short article. I'd be surprised if there's like 100 words in it. It was a little eccentric, but a thief broke into a noodle shop in Tokyo, Japan and stole 130 soft-boiled eggs, reported China Press. The ramen shop owner was perplexed when he discovered a break-in while preparing ingredients for the day's business. What was more unusual was that he found cash in the register, untouched. Since soft-boiled eggs are one of the main ingredients in ramen, the owner took to social media to announce that the shop would be closed for a day while he replenished the stock. That's the article.
Meth.
The
guy was...
He was methed up.
Hopped up on meth.
He was methed up.
And he really wanted some eggs.
130 eggs?
That's a lot of eggs. What are you doing? That to me just sounds like a prankster. Like, that doesn't even sound criminal.
It's like that. The owner walks in and is like, let's get some noodles. What the fuck?
Have I been robbed? No, the money's still there.
Yeah.
Weird.
That call me. No, but methed up animals. Let's have a look. Methed up animals. Why not?
Yeah,
Let's get down
if there's a tease of, you know, a story about alligators on meth, or swans, or geese, or whatever, then go for it.
I mean, this is the same article that we've just read everywhere, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But as I was searching methed up, one of the autocompletes was squirrel. So
Yeah, of course.
Alabama man denies pet is methed out attack squirrel.
Attack squirrel.
We got a podcast title. An Alabama man wanted on drug and gun charges. Guns. Who authorities said kept an attack squirrel in his apartment denied allegations that he fed his squirrel meth to keep it aggressive. Narcotics investigators arrested one man and are looking for another after they executed a search warrant Monday that yielded meth, drug paraphernalia, body armour and a squirrel. Squirrel, said a statement from the Limestone County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday. Investigators searched an Athens, Alabama apartment Monday after getting a tip that, of course, it's called Mickey. Mickey Pork 35 was keeping a methamphetamine-fueled attack squirrel at the residence. The statement said, "I love the attack squirrel," and it's always in quotes.
Yeah, because an attack squirrel isn't a real fucking thing.
It's an attack squirrel. It's like laser.
Freaking laser beams.
Ronnie Reynolds was found in the apartment and charged with possession of a controlled substance, not the squirrel, possession of drug paraphernalia and loitering at a known drug house. Fucking loitering is a charge.
It's true.
He was released on a $4,000 bond, according to the Sheriff's Office. The deputies also found a squirrel in a cage. And after confirming with Alabama Game and Fish that Alabama residents cannot legally keep a pet squirrel, they released it. Good idea.
Yeah, especially if it's, you know, an attack squirrel. Don't let the attack squirrel go.
With toes and everything, like this massive hench. As to the tip the squirrel was fed drugs, police could not confirm. There was no safe way to test the squirrel for meth. The Sheriff's Department statement. Fucking hell.
Yikes.
Methed up attack squirrel. Brilliant.
Because when you were saying body armour, I had an image of a squirrel in body armour. I thought it was body armour for the squirrel. Like the attack squirrel has got like a little kind of bulletproof vest
and a helmet. Gloves. Fingerless gloves.
Combat gloves, yeah. And some Timberlands on.
But no underwear, because animals don't wear, animals don't have trousers on for some reason. Get it out, except his lower half. They do have thumbs, don't they? I was going to say they can't pull down the trousers to go to the toilet.
But a squirrel could.
A squirrel could.
Cats
couldn't.
Oh, we're doing it again. It's
just
us to get it.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's not funny for anyone else. Sorry. Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm stuck. Help. Oh, I've got next week off, thank Christ.
I'm going to start feeling sick. So I'm starting to get hot.
Yeah, no, I know.
And I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So it's just because of the laughing. That's all it is.
I'll open the doors.
That's
See if we can get a bit of a breeze going on. Sorry, guys. That was incredibly self-indulgent.
It's just the fact we both said the exact same thing at the same time as well. Our brains were in the same place.
That we
and it's
synced
a
up.
joke. It's like a 15, 20-year-old joke just for us. Corky would get it.
Yeah, Corky would get it, but it's literally just the three of us who know what we're on about. And even if
I think Merce. I think Ian.
Was he there? Yeah, he might have been there. But even explaining it wouldn't be
make
funny.
sense.
No, there's no point explaining it.
Sorry. I hope you enjoy just listening to people laugh for about like 30 seconds,
because
45 seconds straight.
If not, sorry. Oh fuck. Yeah.
But thank you, Fred, because it went somewhere wonderful.
Exactly. We love a bit of laughter.
He might have been there, to be fair. Sorry, I don't know what happened with my voice then.
I don't know where to go. I think that might be the end of the episode.
I mean, 36-minute episode. Why not?
Oh man.
And to be fair, like I've been off of work. I haven't really done much, so.
No, I mean I've been preparing for this weekend. Basically, I did have a stand-up row with them next door the other day.
You had a stand-up row with them?
Fuck, it was great.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That side.
Yeah.
Okay. That's as I'm facing the back of his house. It's on the right, just in case you need to know. I pointed.
Just geographically speaking.
Yeah, it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, it was all about the fact that like essentially there were no parking spaces on the road last Saturday night, and so while they were out, I dipped into their disabled bay just to drop off some stuff from IKEA because we decked out the room in new stuff. I got back in the car. As I was pulling out, they come in. And because I've been in their bay, I apparently own the fucking road, and all this, and I'm like, because basically they come back from the pub absolutely fucking paralytic, and decided to have a Barney. So I was like, you don't fucking know who I am. Like the woman there, she's spoken to me maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
And this took my head off, gave me the hairdryer treatment.
Yeah.
And no matter what I was saying, like nothing was getting through because she was just kept on going. She steamrolled.
She wasn't listening.
No.
Is the point.
So I called her a moany old fat cunt. No. And he said nothing at all and went inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's one of those couples, is it?
Oh yeah.
She's gobby. He just stands quietly aside.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because actually, as I was pulling up, I was like, that disabled bay looks freshly painted. I'm not parking there.
Yeah.
So no, when we used to come, the disabled bays weren't.
The one out here, the one on the
first
corner,
one,
was for the woman next door who no longer lives there and who no longer lives.
Yeah.
So they've left that one just to get worn away over time.
And then this new one.
Those two are proper. But it's mainly because, they can't.
Yeah. They might be disabled, but they're still cunts.
He's not disabled, he's just old.
Lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she's a lazy fat cow as well.
I don't get people who argue for no reason.
10:30 at night on a Saturday.
Classy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the annoying thing, you were actually pulling out of the bay.
Yeah. Had it been 5 seconds later, they wouldn't have even known I was there.
No. But you had the audacity to even stop in there for a second.
Yeah. And then had the audacity to try to apologise for it as well.
So you were actually... Oh, sorry, I just needed to...
I went round, turned back round, wound the window down and was like, I'm really sorry I was using that, but we had some stuff and I got to that point.
Yeah.
And that's when she went.
Yeah.
And so I went and parked my car and I came back.
She waited?
No, they were trying to get in the door because he was so fucking pissed.
Oh, they were trying to get in the door, so you went... You fucking here.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me, I was apologising to you for using, and then she went again, and I was like, right, okay, here we go, both barrels. Yeah. Like, you literally have no idea who I am because you've never spoken to me before, and you don't know that you can speak to me that way. So I'm going to blast you with some truth.
Fucking hell. People like that.
And in the last week, we've not really seen them. Like that whole Sunday, the next day, while I was making the furniture, we had the doors and the windows open, and it was deathly quiet next door.
Yeah.
Because I think they know that they were
massive
bellends.
Yeah.
And we haven't crossed paths yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and alcohol's legal and cannabis isn't.
That's it, innit? Yeah, and they've got a massive problem with the kid down the road smoking dope.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's doing him the world of good.
Yeah.
With his ADHD, and they can fuck right off. I might start smoking it just out of spite.
Yeah. And nostalgia.
Yeah, but it could be legal over here soon because we've
Fingers
sent some.
crossed.
We've sent some PMs across to PMs. No, that's Prime Minister MPs.
MPs.
Across to Canada to see how.
Vancouver. Is it Vancouver?
Well, no, it's all of Canada. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know
all
where
of-
they
yeah.
went. They might have been to
Oh, but,
Vancouver, but yeah, just see how it works over there.
I don't know where the capital is in Canada.
It's
it
either. Is it Montreal? I don't know.
Just throwing names out there.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's
of
one.
this.
It's one of
Yeah.
those three.
Yeah.
We go-
Vancouver, Montreal, or Quebec. That's not Quebec, is it?
Fucking,
I know that
no,
place as
let's-
well.
yeah,
It's a popular. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
let's not.
They're provinces as well, not states. So because Canada.
Yeah, French.
Yeah, good point.
In fact, it should be département, shouldn't it? So.
Yeah. Departement.
Anyway, but
They do
had
it.
a Lib Dem guy over
I love the
there.
fact they've gone to Canada
Yeah,
rather than like the States.
yeah. Well, it's because who wants to go to a place where he could get shot? Go to a place that's nice and friendly.
And cold.
Yeah.
Well, it's summer, so maybe not.
Not all Americans.
Not
pointing
all.
out.
Hashtag.
All of our listeners are fairly on the level, guys
Yeah.
and girls.
And the irony of this whole gun control thing is like us and like pretty much all our friends, we'd be considered liberals, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Like we're quite liberal. Let everyone do what they want. Fucking gun control.
However,
yeah, like it's weird how it's that sort of it's backwards
Yeah.
like that.
And
Isn't it?
we've had listeners who believe in owning guns
Yes.
and stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah,
we've
yeah.
had various levels of gun ownership debate people as well, like from hard, like, yeah, I own this many guns, to
Yeah.
like, no, if you have guns, you should keep them locked up and the key locked up and you
the
know.
ammunition locked in a
Yeah.
separate cupboard with a different
Yeah,
key.
yeah,
Like,
sure.
yeah.
If you have to have one, do it that way.
But
like,
and this is the thing. I would love to go to a gun range and shoot a gun.
yeah,
I would love to do that. I don't want to take that gun home with me
no,
at all.
no.
I'd love just to have the experience.
I think it would give me more anxiety knowing that I've got a lethal weapon on my person.
Yeah, because
Like-
one day you could just flip
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So, like, yes, and this is our whole argument, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
mental health
Is
would contribute to that,
Of
but
course it
mental
was.
health isn't the problem.
no, the problem in most of these cases is blatant racism.
Yes. Yeah, it's not even ownership of guns.
No.
This is a good point. Like, the ownership of guns isn't the problem. Mental health isn't the problem.
No, racism.
It's the
is.
racism that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Then there was that one. What was it? The other year in the gay club as well. So homophobia is also a problem.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
these things are problems.
Yes.
And
It's weird, isn't it? It's like the triangle with fire, isn't it? When you need oxygen, air, and fuel. It's like you need guns, you need mental health problems, and you need racism.
and all of them feed.
all of them together
yeah,
create a problem.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
not necessarily racism.
Yeah.
So that could be the fuel. Interchange that with something else. You know, racism, homophobia,
whatever else.
just arguments
Yeah.
with your neighbours.
Yeah.
You know, anything
Well, that's
like
it. I mean,
If you had a gun, you might
Maybe.
have just gone, do you know what? Fuck you. Pulled out. Even just to threaten them.
yeah,
And that's, you know,
that's enough.
the
I mean,
access to the gun, the easy access to a gun is a problem. Along with all the other. Anyway,
yeah.
that went a bit off.
It did a bit, didn't it? But you know, it is what it is. There was a point at the beginning of that conversation, I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember it now.
Cannabis.
Yes, yeah. So
Legalising cannabis. in
it
the
was
UK.
a Tory, a Labour, and a Lib Dem MP. All three sent
Working
someone out
together.
there. Yeah, I know. Weird, right? But because
What could be achieved
yeah, I know.
if we all work together?
But this is the thing, like, on all people are independent thinkers, so
Yeah.
you know it's as we know, not everyone in the same party thinks the same way and will vote the same way because everyone has their own beliefs. But like, yeah, these three guys went out there and actually, one of the Lib Dem MP, the oldest one,
yeah.
actually openly took, it was like a dropper.
Okay, yeah.
Like it was a
Was it
pipette,
oil?
yeah, to help him sleep while he
Yeah.
was out there just to see. And it wasn't just CBD; it had THC in it as well.
Oh, it did have the THC?
Yeah.
Because we can get CBD oil over here, but it
yeah.
has the THC stripped from it. So it's just
the
downer.
THC is the
It's the upper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the kind of it's the high.
Almost, yeah, say upper. It's not.
It's the thing that gives you. It's the narcotic.
Yes.
The CBD is the magic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the come down. That's the relaxing part of it.
Yeah.
THC is the giggles.
Yeah.
CBD is the sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically.
So but he openly took it on camera. And it's the first time a British politician
and
has
he's a
ever...
Lib Dem as well.
Well, the Lib Dems are the ones that want it legalised. That's
I
part
thought they
of
were the ones who were against it. Oh, okay.
No, they've been a decriminalised weed party for years.
Oh, okay.
Actually, but they're never anywhere
Fucking
near
knew it. Nick Clegg. Fucking knew it.
Paddy Ashdown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who was the other one? The drunk, the Scottish guy. Charles Kennedy. Although he was a drinker rather than anything else. But still, it got him in the end as well.
Fuck it, why not?
They've been on the weed train for quite a while.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a fun place to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he openly took it and was just like, "Yep."
It helped me sleep, and that was what he was taking it for.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know like Liz. She's got the salt bath, the bath salts.
Oh yeah.
And it's one that has like CBD oil in it.
Yeah.
As well, so
okay. Interesting.
So you can get lots of stuff now, and you can get the health food shops carry the oils, don't you? And people use it. And
the other thing as well is like hemp products are massively more environmentally friendly than paper products.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You can make clothes out of hemp. You can make all sorts of things out of hemp.
This is the thing. It's what they found in America is if you legalise it, not necessarily recreational. Use it like medical. Have the head shops, but you need a card.
Yeah.
Then the government should love that idea because the government then control the supply and demand,
and they
can set the prices. They can tax it.
Yeah.
You can even have an industry now where the people growing it take the hemp, take the
THC.
What am I talking about? The trash bits,
right?
The bits that you don't use for the actual drug itself, to then go and make hemp products.
Yeah.
And things. I imagine that's what they use. Is it? Is it the leaves and shit like that?
I think. Yeah. I don't really know. I
don't know the industry, but you can use that as well.
Yeah.
So it's double dipping.
Yeah, it's a full industry. It's like
and it's safer.
Yeah. Yeah. I would rather smoke weed than drink. I think personally.
Yeah.
I drink because it's legal.
Yeah, and I don't have an addictive personality, so it would be like I drink rarely. I think this weekend's the most I've drunk in a while, and I've had 3 pints over 2 nights.
Yeah,
that's the most I've drunk. So, and I loved, because I used to smoke it. I probably wouldn't smoke it now, just because of
it's the smoke
in your lungs. You're burning stuff and then inhaling it in your lungs. Probably just cookies here and there, edibles. They do it. You can do it in sweet stuff like that. Like you say, the pipettes,
or even
the droppers.
With the pipettes, yeah. It's you don't need to go out to some dodgy bloke, and buy something that could be. And this is the other thing as well. What you're buying, especially if you're buying solid, could be laced with any kind of shit. You remember that? I don't know whether you were there. It was at Reading where someone bought a rock of solid. Yeah. And then went to crumble it off into a spliff, and it just glooped. Yeah. And it was laced with glue. It was put together with glue.
Jesus.
Well,
that's what I say, because you can get the resin that's sticky, can't you? Yeah. Should it be?
I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough, but that's why going to a shop, you can be sure that what you're buying, it's supposed to be like that.
It's all kind of labelled up as like this much percentage.
Well, you've got the indica, and you've got then you can know if you're smoking indica or a sativa as well, which is you get the high or you get the relaxing. Yeah. Like it's the creative or the chill out one. I say creative. That's how Kevin Smith sells it.
Yeah, it's not.
No. But we don't know because we might not ever have smoked that strain of it. It was Joe Rogan actually where I learned about the indica and the sativa. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm pro legalising it. You
I
know,
always have been, mainly because it takes away the criminal element. I was going to say criminality, but the criminal element of it, like there's still like a market for grey weed, is what they call it now.
Really?
Which is like, you know, they don't.
It's the shit.
Yeah. But I don't understand why you would do that when you could get a license.
I imagine it's probably, like I say, it's a similar sort of different sort of high because it's
maybe
laced with stuff. It gives you
Yeah,
a
I
different
suppose,
feeling.
like-
And some people may be addicted to that feeling that
Yeah.
you don't get from the hemp shops or
Yeah,
the
I
hemp shops,
suppose
the head
so.
shops.
Yeah. So I remember, wasn't there like there are different things that you can do with combination drugs as well? Like, so I remember someone smoking a joint with cocaine in it once. and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
So
was it a White Widow? Is that what it was called?
Possibly, I don't know.
can't remember.
That was a strain of weed that they were selling, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, but exactly, that's the thing. People probably want that,
Maybe, yeah.
which you're not going to get from
No.
a head shop.
no. But yeah, no. I've mainly been on the side of legalizing most drugs because you can control them and they're
Yes.
safer, and it takes away the criminal element, and you can tax them, which goes back into the NHS or support facilities for people with addiction.
Yeah.
You know, there are. It
That's
would help.
You could use that tax money specifically
Yeah.
for the substance abuse
Yeah.
groups and things. Substance abuse in the
It just
NHS.
makes sense.
Yeah. And let's be honest, we need more tax money from somewhere.
Yeah, we need to fill a hole that is increasing.
And did it increase by 4 billion the other day? Sorry. You were thinking of that story as well.
No, exactly.
Was it 4 or 4.6 or something like that, wasn't it?
For advertising a no-deal Brexit. It's like, we don't need that advertised to us.
No. They're going to spend 4 billion to convince us that no deal isn't that bad.
When it's a fucking catastrophe. Anyway, hopefully
That's Brexit talk.
maybe it won't happen by the end of the year, even though he says it will, and then by the time it actually does happen, we'll all be so stoned.
It's Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, because I know we do the Halloween video every year. Perhaps it should just be us watching Brexit coverage instead of playing a game.
That might be quite funny, actually. And scary.
Just going, oh, God. Constantly. Do a live stream.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's an idea.
It is an idea. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'd rather play a horror game.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I don't want to play the horror games. I think I'd rather play a horror
Brexit's too real.
Brexit actually could seriously hurt us. Unlike the games, which are imaginary.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate. But yeah, that's, interesting. But we might be going back to gaming today.
Possibly, yeah. We might. Because I think I was really enjoying doing the gaming on YouTube. But I think what happened was because that last episode of Portal it didn't work for some reason.
Yeah.
We're sort of like, we can't move on until we finish Portal.
Yeah.
And because of that frame of mind, we're stuck.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything. So we need to finish Portal.
We do. And then we'll get back to doing more YouTube content.
Yeah, we need to get on YouTube, find out where we were.
Yes.
Reacquaint ourselves with the controls again.
Yeah, this might be awful.
And then hopefully, on Patreon within the next day or two, you'll have Portal, final Portal episode. And you'll get that like in a week's time on the normal YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And then, so I think what we'll probably do as well, and this will be, I think we'll put it on the Patreon, but we'll open up the poll to anyone can vote. It won't just be Patreons that can vote. So look out for that as well, like what we're going to play next. We'll go through and we'll pick like 3 or 4 games that we like the look of that we want to play.
Sure.
Together. And then we'll put a poll up on Patreon. So we'll share that on Facebook and Twitter anyway, but be on the lookout for that. And get over and vote what you want to see us play next. Cool.
For as little as $1 a month.
$1 a month.
It's nothing, is it?
And you can get it early.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what we're going to go and do now, I think.
Yes, yeah. Some Portal.
Because then I've also got, I've got another gig to do tonight.
I know.
It's only half
an hour.
It'll be fine. It'll be
It'll
fine.
take you longer to get there and set up than it will to
Bloody
play
well
it.
will, you know.
Yeah.
But as it's half an hour, it's half-hour power. So all very hard, fast songs.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Knackering.
Unlike our half hour of power.
half a half hour of power.
Which is what I wanted.
That's what we did.
What I wanted to call the album.
Yeah.
Because it's only about 18 minutes long.
Which
or something.
Apathyville, yeah. Half a half hour of power.
Because the Sum 41 album was called Half Hour of Power, wasn't it? And so I wanted to do it.
That was literally 30 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah. We were going to do half a half hour of power.
How many songs are you guys playing? 15? You've got a 20-minute slot. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're pop punk.
Yeah. Chill out. All the songs are under 2 minutes.
In fact, we'll probably come in under 20 minutes. So don't worry about it, mate.
Oh, man.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, music. Music is a solver of problems.
Yes.
It's fun to play. It's fun to listen to. It's fun to go out and watch.
Yeah.
Go and support your local scene, or else it will disappear.
Oh, most definitely. Live music it's great.
Yeah.
Live music. I just can't say enough about it. It's such a laugh. Chloe. Oh my God, she's heavy now. Up on my shoulders. Jesus. 12-year-old child sat on my shoulders. Absolutely killed me. But she loved it. We got some good videos from up there.
Yeah. Oh, fair play.
So yeah, not only were the annoying, oh great, he's got someone on his shoulders, like to the people behind us, they're also filming. So
I mean, it's not bad enough that you're already quite tall.
Yeah. 6'2" with a child on my shoulders who's holding a phone up in the air. We are the worst.
It's about 10 foot of people.
It was just a weird setting as well. Like Moat Park's okay for music, but the way they had it was the back of the stage was towards the leisure centre.
Okay.
So it's up.
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
So the stage is higher than the people at the back.
Weird.
It should have been the other way round.
Yeah.
The stage should have been on the other end, so the people at the back could be up and see over.
Yeah.
It was a weird setup. It was wrong.
I wonder whether they left a stage up from Ramblin' Man or something like that.
I think they did, yeah. But it's just the wrong direction. It should have been facing the other way.
That's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
A strongly worded email. Yeah. A strongly worded email. I know they're not the real bands, but we still want to see them.
From Disgruntled, 34 Parkwood.
Oh man! Right, let's go and get this game played, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot for listening in. Sorry about that weird laughing fit in the middle.
Brilliant. Loved it.
None of you got it. Sorry, I'm not going to explain it because it's pathetic.
Yeah. Let's stop thinking about it.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be another.
But so for this episode, I have been Tom.
I've been Ant.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.